Hello and welcome back to the channel. So as you probably know, Manchester United are in search for a striker to replace Cristiano Ronaldo, who decided Saudi Arabia was fantastic. So basically, Manchester United in search of a striker has been linked to many players such as the GOAT Vincent Boubacar. But today we're not going to focus on Vincent, we're going to focus on Wout Weghorst. Yes, you heard that right, the 6'6" Dutch man mountain has been linked with Manchester United. Now, at the moment, he is playing for Besiktas on loan from Burnley, and apparently, Man United are interested in him for a loan deal. Now, look, I have seen the uproar on Twitter. Some people very happy with it, some people are extremely upset about it. Now, I'm going to be exactly in the middle with this transfer. I don't think he would be bad. Like, when you look at his stats, he's very good at pressing from the front, which Manchester United forwards are not really known for. Wout Weghorst presses from the front pretty well, really well. He's very good in the box striker. He's very good in the box, like extremely good. Like, you would not believe how good this guy actually is at some times. Now look, he's not fantastic. He is a medium striker, right? He's a bench player in my opinion. But at the end of the day, he's better than nothing. Because if Anthony Martial goes off with a hamstring injury, who's going to play in his position? Nobody. That's the answer. You have nobody. Because if an Anthony Martial was to get injured, you would have to put Marcus Rashford in that position, and then you lose Marcus Rashford's capabilities on the wing, because he's much better on the wing than he is in that striker position. So Manchester United need a backup striker. It's a necessary transfer that has to be made. And of course, I would prefer João Felix to Wout Weghorst. I think most people would prefer João Felix. But the problem is, João Felix is going to cost the stingy board of Manchester United £10 million. And they don't want to pay that. They apparently don't have the money to pay that. So João Felix is looking... The chances of us getting João Felix are looking slimmer and slimmer every single day. So don't expect much from the João Felix deal, because it will probably not happen. But I think what Manchester United have not researched is that, one, if you want to buy Wout Weghorst, you're going to have to pay Besiktas compensation for literally stealing him halfway through his loan spell. And you're going to have to give Burnley something because it's a Burnley player. So that's going to cost up to, £6 million? Most likely £6-7 million. So yes, it's cheaper than a João Felix, but you get a lot more with João Felix. João Felix can play in any of the attacking positions that we probably need. I mean, you can play him up front, you can play him on the wing, and you can play him in that playmaker role that Bruno Fernandes has found himself in. So you can play João Felix anywhere in that attack, and Wout Weghorst you can just play at striker. So let's be honest, I think, look, if Manchester United buy João Felix and Wout Weghorst, and they get them both on loan, it would be a good transfer window. But the sad thing is this is all short-term solutions. Now, Manchester United have the option to buy João Felix for 70 mil at the end of his loan spell, which is a very good deal in my opinion, because if you don't want to buy him, if he's flopped, you just let him go back to Let's Go Madrid. If he does very well, you can buy him. João Felix is a very good player. I actually think he would work well in that Man United team aspect. I think it would be good for him. Wout Weghorst is, he would be good if both of them came, because then you can bring Wout Weghorst on as a striker, and you can maybe play João Felix in that creator role, or put him on the wing. Or if you don't want to put on Weghorst, if he doesn't fit the opposition you're playing against, just put João Felix at striker. It's two perfect options. It's very good options. So I would bring in both. But of course, as we know, the board of Manchester United are very incompetent. So you can't really expect much from those idiotic people that are in the board. You can't expect much. I mean, if you just see what Richard Arnold and John Murtaugh are doing, I don't know what their role is at this point. I just feel like they're doing nothing. Thing is, this Wout Weghorst deal seems pretty solid. It seems like we're probably going to get him. But it also seemed as if we were going to get Rabiot. It also seemed as if we were going to get Frankie de Jong. Literally, Richard Arnold and John Murta were in Turin and in Barcelona, and we didn't get either of them. So, even if the deal is so easy, the incompetence of Manchester United will always find a way to mess the deal up. It's always possible. You can't look past the Manchester United board to make an incredible mistake in a transfer window. It's just gonna happen. It always happens. There's always a massive mistake in a transfer window for Manchester United. It's unfortunate, but the board just apparently don't know how to do their jobs. So if Manchester United get new owners, the first thing that should happen is they should employ a new director of football, should get a new CEO as quick as possible. It just has to happen. It has to happen. You know, you can't keep those people in charge. So the chances are that this Wout Weghorst deal or the João Felix deal will not happen. I'll be honest, I do not think João Felix is gonna join Man United, mainly because the board's very stingy and they don't want to spend 10 mil. So I don't think João Felix is gonna happen. I think Wout Weghorst will probably happen, but unfortunately he's not enough for Manchester United. For once, Manchester United are in a good position after a few transfers. Most of the players that they've brought in have done well. Sandro Martin has done well. Anthony has done reasonably well. Christian Eriksen has been very good, and Casemiro has been world class. So, in the first time in many a year, all the signings of Manchester United have actually done pretty well. And at the moment, we are tied third with Newcastle. So we're in a very good position. We're still in the Carabao Cup, we're still in the FA Cup, we're still in the Europa League. So we're in an extremely good position. Now, what everyone else around us is doing, you know, your Chelseas, your Arsenals, your Man Cities, your Liverpools, they are strengthening, right? So they are basically buying players to massively improve their team. What's Manchester United doing? Nothing. Literally nothing. Trying to loan a striker that's sitting in the Turkish league. That's what Manchester United are doing. You see, they already messed up the Cody Gakpo deal. So the best thing that they can do is bring in João Felix and Wout Weghorst. So that's the only way that they can actually strengthen in a way that Manchester United might actually take that top 4 spot. Because let's be honest, Manchester United don't have the squad depth. We just don't have the squad depth. I mean, Anthony Martial, if he goes down, who do you bring in? You can't play Rashford there, but then you lose his abilities on the wing. And if you play Rashford there, who do you play on the wing? Elanga's not good enough. Garnacho is good, but he's still a very young player, very developmental player. So sometimes he's not going to be good, sometimes he's going to be very good. So you can't really replace him. And Jadon Sancho is nowhere to be found. So Manchester United are very light in those attacking options. And if you have a João Felix, Anthony Martial goes down, put João Felix in. If a winger goes down, put João Felix in. If your winger and a striker goes down, put João Felix in, put Weghorst in that striker position. So if both comes in, perfect transfer window. Very nice. If neither comes in, Manchester United are not getting top 4. It's unfortunate because Erik ten Hag has done a very, very good job, but this transfer window is more important than the board can even imagine. It's actually extremely important when everybody else around you is strengthening and you're sitting with the same squad depth that's really, really thin. You're not gonna do well, are you? If everyone's squad depth is miles better than yours, you get 1 or 2 injuries, you're out of the title race. You're out of the top 4 race. Easy stuff. So unfortunately, the board does not realize this, or they do not care. So let's hope that Manchester United can get both. But if I think we should get both Weghorst just because it's better than nothing at the end of the day. It's better than nothing. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. If you would subscribe, would be very much appreciated. And tell me in the comments, would you want Wout Weghorst? or João Felix if it was between the two, or would you rather take both? But thank you for watching.